Hello everyone. I thought I would do a cozy little late night junk journaling session because I have acquired quite a lot of junk journaling materials over the last few weeks, I would say. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Riona, your resident creative hobbyist and memory keeper. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so I've got my junk journal, which is in here, this blue leather folio. I've got all this junk. Doesn't look like a lot, but it is actually quite a lot of stuff. I think the first step I'll do is to just cut up any of the ones that I feel need to be cut up. Oh, I love this. This might be my favorite thing that I'm junk journaling with today. Little sheet that I got when I went to the Miffy pop-up with my friends. Let's open up this journal. So I think I'll just take my junk journal out whilst I'm using it. Put this to the side for now. This is my junk journal, which I love very, very much. Decorated it with loads of stickers. And yeah, this is my current favorite page in my junk journal. I love it so much. So many nice textures, and I really like how I coordinated all of the colors together. We are on to this page right here is the next page. Cool. I'm gonna get to organizing now. I've cut up everything that I wanted to junk journal with today, and I've started sticking things in to my junk journal in the kind of placement that I want them to go into my junk journal with. So I started with this page. This is really cute because I got invited to afternoon tea at my friend Karen's house, and this was a little invite that she printed out. It was so cute. And I thought it would be cool if the first thing you see is like the invite, and you can flip it out and you can see the little menu that she printed out. And this is also a little nice little textural element that I added. You can flip that out as well. We did flower arranging on the same day, and this is actually wrapping from the flower arrangement activity that we did, and I thought it was a unique, cute color and texture to play with. So that's that page. And I started sticking down some stuff onto this page. A lot of kind of like tricky textures that I'm working with here. I really like the color cohesion on this page, so like the greens and the blues and the yellows and things like that. I think they look quite nice together. I honestly don't drink bubble tea often at all, but I did see that they were doing a little Miffy promotion where you could get this Miffy enamel pin mystery box, and it comes with a mini sticker sheet, so I was like, I'm sold. So yeah, this was from that, and then this was from Easter. I got a Lindt gold bunny in the salted caramel flavour, and I thought this texture would be fun to put in my junk journal as well. And I got these Hello Pandas at Karen's house as well. Again, very tricky texture to work with, so I am just trying to like stick it down. I'm using a lot of sellotape. I don't usually use a lot of sellotape when I am junk journaling. I like to stick to my little glue tape or washi tape, but you know, sometimes you need something a bit more secure than that to do the job. So that's why for these trickier textures that are kind of harder to stick down, I am using some sellotape. Oh, this actually makes a cute little pocket. But do I really have anything I can put in this pocket? Maybe this? For now, I can just stick this Hanami Picnic with Miffy item into the little Hello Panda wrapping, just as like a kind of interactive element. I don't know, I'll keep it like that. And then here we have the next page, which I have a vague idea what I'm doing here. Got the basic background elements here, so yeah, I think this definitely fits here quite nicely. And I want this to kind of spread across a couple of the pages. So kind of like that. I am just gonna stick this one down first with my glue tape. Like this. I honestly really like when junk journals have a more kind of like messy, lived-in feeling. I don't like when everything looks too pristine because, I don't know, I kind of just like the human touch of a junk journal because it is all the junk you've kind of collected throughout your life as you're going along with it. So I like when it's a bit more kind of messy and all over the place. Should I have it like this? Or is that hiding the Miffy and I don't want to do that? Maybe it could be like this, just so I can see certain elements. I really like how junk journaling kind of feels like a little puzzle that I have to solve. It almost feels like, yeah, puzzle solving for my brain, because it's like, oh, I need to figure out how I can lay out the pieces in the best way so everything that I want can be visible and kind of slots in nicely. Ooh, okay, I like that. Right, let's do that. I like to start with the kind of like background elements first and kind of go from there and add more details as I go. So this was kind of like up here, like this. And this was like down here like this. Oh, cool. Yeah, that looks sick. I love how it kind of lines up nicely. So let's stick this guy in. I love the kind of ASMR of journaling. It's quite soothing in a way. It's just satisfying to hear like the crinkliness of the pages. Yeah, I found it quite satisfying. So where was this? This was like, I'm just gonna fold it so it sits nicely the way that I want it to sit, like this. Cool. Yeah, I like that. These were actually the flags that went into the food, and I just cut these off from the little flags. And I think these would go quite nicely here, I think. Just like that. Yeah, I'll do that. I honestly find junk journaling both extremely therapeutic and extremely satisfying because it's just really nice to see the spreads that you've created, because it's like you had no idea how the spreads were going to turn out as you were kind of going through and making them. But once you've made them, it's like really cool to see the layout of everything and all the junk that you've collected. So yeah, I think that's really satisfying. I'm going to keep this here. Okay, so that is pretty much everything I want to junk journal with. I decided to add these little interactive elements into this spread. So I managed to create a little kind of like pocket with this Hello Panda wrapping. And yeah, it just works perfectly to slot these little tiny bits of ephemera. This is a little bit of a ribbon that I got. I think this was attached to the flowers that we did for flower arranging. And then this is a little Hanami picnic with Miffy cut out. So yeah, I think these are nice little interactive elements that can just stay in there. And yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned this, but I cut everything up with these little stalk scissors, and I have wanted scissors like this for ages. Ever since I got into fiber arts a few years ago, I saw so many fiber artists using these like really cute stalk scissors to cut their yarn with, but I could never justify the purchase because I was like, oh, I've already got scissors to cut my yarn with. But I decided to buy these eventually because I thought that these would make the perfect travel journaling scissors because they're short enough that they can be allowed on a plane. They come with this little cover, which is really convenient. They're really precise and convenient for cutting up smaller bits of ephemera. I find that the bigger and clunkier the scissors are, the more clunky it is to make precise cuttings with the junk journaling ephemera that you want to cut up. So yeah. And I love the design of these. I love how the gradient goes from pink to blue. Like, I think it's so cute. This actually came in a pack of 2, so yeah, really, really good on the go scissors for junk journaling and travel journaling, just journaling in general, really. So yeah, that's what I use to cut up my pieces of ephemera. So yeah, that's that. And now we're on to arguably the best part of junk journaling, which is adding stickers and stamps and kind of filling in all the gaps. So yeah, of course I've got these little Miffy stamps, because like how could I not? And I've also got these little Totoro ones, which I think are so, so cute. And I've also got this date stamp, which I thought it would be potentially nice, because this Miffy is already outlined in black and this is black ink in this stamp. So I thought it might be nice to stamp the date that we went to the Miffy pop-up at the Japan Center. I thought that would be a fun little thing to have. I'm not sure where to place it. Let me just figure out what the date was. So if it was 6th of April, just gotta slot this in place, change this, and then you can choose a little element to go on the side. These are the options. We've got little weather items and camera, flower. Oh, it's got to be the flower, because this is like all Hanami picnic related, so it's all about cherry blossoms. So yeah, I think I'm going to change it to the flower. 06 April with flower. Cool. So now you just click it out. Let me just double check that it was 6th of April. I don't like getting dates wrong. Yes, it was 6th of April. Cool. So that's that. And now for the moment of truth. Where shall I put it? I think here works naturally best. So, yeah, okay. And hold it down. Ooh, so cute. Turned out so cute. I love that. I've got a little bunny here and a little fox and some birds and a flower. Love it. Love how that turned out. Very, very chuffed with that. What shall I add to fill up this page space? Well, obviously I've got some Miffy washi tape that can go in here. I've also got some Miffy stickers. Let's have a look. I might use this little green Miffy sticker just to kind of tie in with this green element. And I think, where shall I put her? In the corner? Corner up here? Yeah, I think up here is cute. I've got my sticker book here. I do have even more Miffy stickers, believe it or not, in here. And they also have some green elements, which would be nice to tie in for these pages. I think this little Miffy would look so cute in the corner. Love that. Little flowers to go with the kind of flower theme. Just putting them in random places at this point. Yeah, whichever place kind of looks right, I put them in. I feel like this little space is calling out for a bit of washi tape, so let's pick something. Immediately this pink and green one sticks out to me, so I think I'll definitely use this. Maybe just that much, okay. And just kind of like that. And obviously we've got to have some Miffy themed washi tape as well. So let's add a bit of that. Just want about this much. And just add it at the top there. Okay, cute. This is also another Miffy washi tape that I have. I got these from the Miffy store in Kyoto in Arashiyama. And I think they go really, really nicely with this spread. So I'm just gonna add this. I think I'll add this here. Yeah. Cool. And I think I've got to add my little stamps. So let's see what colours we have. Obviously the green. I think this red one would go quite nicely, and even the black one too. So, where to put them? I think I'll put the black one up here. And then green one, I think this side of the page needs a bit more green, so I'll add this one there. Why not? Maybe give her a little friend, so like this red one here. Oops. Well, I made that one slightly too close to this Miffy, but you know what? Mistakes are mistakes, and we roll with them. And so now I'm kind of feeling a little bit more collagey might be more fun. See, that's kind of cute and fun. I quite like that, actually. The whole gang is here, you know. Yeah, cool. I quite like that, actually, how that kind of happy accident turned out. See, this is why I love junk journaling and kind of improvising, because you make a mistake and you just roll with it. Like, you can't undo it, so you just kind of carry on. And I quite like how these Miffy stamps are almost kind of overlapping and interlapping with each other and this bigger Miffy. So yeah, I kind of like how that looks. It's fun. Fun, cute and fun. I don't want to go too overboard, but I feel like it might be fun to just have a lineup of each of them. Yeah, see, that is cool. I do like that. That filled up this little space here nicely. And there is this space in the middle. And these are not really sticking down nicely. So when things like this happen and the washi tape isn't sticking down nicely, I just like to go in with stickers to reinforce them, to be honest. And that usually works pretty well in my experience. So I'm just going to do that like so. It's just this area and maybe this area that needs a little bit of filling in. There's some yellow elements here, so I might add a yellow Miffy somewhere. I'm really using up my Miffy stickers, but honestly I love them. So, and this, if there's anywhere to use up your Miffy stickers, it's on this Miffy themed spread. So yeah, maybe I'll use this one. No, actually, I think I want a primarily yellow Miffy. Oh, this one is cute. Like this, maybe? I think here, actually, next to the yellow cake. Yeah, it looks like Miffy's kind of looking at the cake like, Yeah, I like that. I like that. Cute. And what else? What else can I do here? I honestly quite like how that is looking. Honestly, if I don't know what to add, I usually go in with a pen. Well, I've got my TWSBI Eco fountain pen in the extra fine nib, and I've got some burgundy ink in here. I think burgundy would add a nice little element. So just kind of go in, add little hearts here and there. What I like to do with this fountain pen, or any pen really, and these like Tombow brush markers, is I like to kind of create my own washi tape. So by that I mean, let's take this cute pink colour and draw a little wonky line over here and just put in some hearts. Sometimes I like to do stars. Okay, sorry, my camera cut out. I've changed the lighting, so hopefully you can see better. Sorry about that, but yes, I think I'm happy with how this spread has turned out. As you can see, Oh, this little sticker doesn't seem to be sticking down properly. I think she's too small, so I might replace her with something else. Maybe just one of these yellow ones I think would work nicely. Cute. So yeah, as you can see, I've kind of created my own washi tape by just putting down a few lines of this Tombow water-based brush pen marker, and then going in with a pen or my fountain pen. I just went in with my fountain pen and added these little hearts, which I think turned out really cute. And I think I'm happy with how this spread turned out actually. Wrote a little Girls' Day out just to remember where this all came from. Did that in this Uniball Signo DX in the 0.38 nib. I love these pens for journaling. They're like my favorite pens for journaling. Obviously aside from my fountain pen, but these are my favorite like on the go pens for journaling. Love them so much. I'm gonna move on to this little spread, and I think the little Totoro stamps would work well over here. This one, okay, this is where these clampy clips come in handy, because sometimes these pages just refuse to lie flat. So yeah, this has a little ink pad in it, so I am going to, what should I choose? I think it would be nice if this little Totoro was looking at the Mifis, so I am gonna just put this one here. Cute. And I think I will put this one up here. Super cute. I think this one can go up here. This last one, maybe in the corner up there. Cute. Just cover the ink pad here. Cool. And I think all that's left to do here really is to add a few stickers. So what stickers shall I use? They obviously have to be small ones to fit on this page amongst all the other elements. I do have some stickers that actually came with this. As you can see, comes with a mini sticker sheet. So I think I might use these actually, just to tie in the kind of bold colours here. I think it would be nice. Maybe here, put one, and then up here. And then one of these here. That's cute. I have this green pen, which I think I will just use to add little shapes here and there, just to fill in the gaps a little bit. Little stars, little hearts. Okay, I'm liking how that's looking. This little flower is quite cute. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with how this has turned out. Cool. And then for this spread, I think I'm just gonna add a couple of stickers here. I have some Mofusan stickers that I thought could work well. Since this was an afternoon tea, I thought that this little cheesecake sticker would work quite well. Where shall I put you? Maybe down here. And then I've got this cute little Mofusan one, which I think would be nice over here. Cute. Honestly, don't feel like doing too much to this spread. I think it looks cute as it is. I might just add a couple of rows of my fake washi tape just down the side with this color, and then also with this color. So it kind of ties in all the elements. We'll kind of just leave it like that. You know what, I might just leave it like that and not add in the kind of like washi tape element like I've done here. I kind of like it like this. It's cute. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Okay, I think I'm done, guys. Just put everything away. Oh, sticker gone rogue. I'm gonna keep you here. Cool. All right, so these are my finished spreads. This one for spring afternoon tea, which I think is quite cute. And then we've got this one, kind of hodgepodge of different things I collected over Easter. I like the cohesion with the colors here, and I like all the different textures here, which are really nice to run my hands along. And then this one, this spread has got to be my favorite. Like, are we surprised? No. I knew this was going to be my favorite because of all the little Miffy elements. This is like my dream. I am a Miffy girl through and through, if you couldn't already tell. So yeah, love how this turned out. And yeah, again, I love the texture of this. This is so satisfying to run my hands along. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how these spreads turned out. I hope you were junk journaling along with me, because that's kind of what I was aiming for with this video. So yeah, final little flip through, little interactive elements over here. Yeah, super cute. Cool. Nice. Okay, so that is all for my little junk journaling session. Super obsessed with how this turned out. Love it so much. I hope you enjoyed this cozy late night junk journaling session. I hope you were junk journaling along with me and having a lot of fun. If you'd like to see more of this kind of content, please stay tuned. If you like this video, please do subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.